Hi, it's Hannah here with 3 top tips to de-spook your horse this Halloween. So these clips were taken from our Halloween de-spooking challenge in our online connection training club. This is me working with one of my horses through the bloodbath. But we've got some clips from our fantastic members as well from all around the world who are working on calmly and positively de-spooking their horse too. And that's what these exercises are all about. So my top tip, number 1, would be to find the right level of challenge for your horse. You can see that this mare walked straight up to this new ghost very confidently indeed. So if your horse is quite confident, then you can begin working with, more difficult exercises. You can see that ghost is pretty scary, and also more advanced level as well, so getting her to walk past it. And within a couple of sessions, she wasn't even looking at the ghost. Really confident, fantastic de-spooking. Her friend, on the other hand, was much more worried, so her owner used the more confident horse to help give her a lead, which is a fantastic way to build your horse's confidence in the face of new and unusual objects. And then she worked at keeping her horse at a level where she was calm and confident in the vicinity of the ghost. It's really important here that you don't push and overface your horse, because if your horse feels forced or coerced into approaching or passing an object that they're scared of, it's likely to make them more anxious in future. And we want our horses to feel confident and willing to explore novel objects with us and to stay calm and connected and build that trust with us in future. So we have to make it a really positive experience, which is about finding the right level of challenge that your horse can have a good experience with. Or if you're dealing on overcoming the fear of giant spiders, you can see this horse was a bit worried at the beginning. But again, by finding the right level of challenge within a couple of sessions, she was really confidently approaching the spider on her own. And again, on the giant spider front, this is one of mine, Toby. He's done loads of this de-spooking. It was the first time he'd seen this object before, didn't bat an eyelid, and I think he vanquished the spider for us well and truly. So my top tip number 2 would be choice. So giving your horse choice whether to approach it or not. Now, although most of the horses in this video are being worked off a lead, it doesn't mean they have to be off a lead. Giving your horse choice means respecting their anxiety levels and responding to them appropriately. So even if you're riding or you're out leading your horse and they're showing anxiety, it's about not forcing or coercing them to go and approach something that they're really worried about. We're looking for them to actively want to engage. And this is really important because when they choose to, it really helps them to overcome fear, because it's really empowering. They've made the decision. They're a really active participant as the two of you work on beating those spooks together. And giving your horse choice really builds into the communication and connection between you as you work on responding to your horse, finding the right level for them and helping them to be engaged. We want to create really positive associations so that they see spooky things in future and they're like, yes, I can touch the ghost, I can tackle the giant spider, or the tarp or the lawnmower or whatever it is that's in real life. You want them to feel really confident and have a really good experience with it. And this really ties into my 3rd tip, which is about making it fun and rewarding. So this is me working with my horse Freckles, and we were working with a rustly plastic blood-stained sheet, and he was a bit worried about it on his ears. So we invented together this really fun game where I held it up and he got to stick his head in to see me and to get some rewards. And I think because we worked on it together, it was really fun, it was playful, he had choice, it was a right level of challenge for him where we were working at his threshold, but he was able to cope with it. He really, really enjoyed it, and you can see that he's really keen to stick his head underneath this scary sheet. So finding some fun in it and some joy is really important as well. So this includes adding in favourite games. So he loves shaking stuff. So again, as an extra reward, he gets to play some games that he really loves with it too. Or you can use whatever your horse really naturally enjoys. So targeting things, once you've taught your horse to target, which is touching things with their nose, they generally love to do it. So you can use that as a really fun way to help them get confident with de-spooking things, as they're like, oh, this is just a target. Or maybe they stand on it if they really like to stand on things or paw things. This is me back again with Freckles with our zombie, which he was totally fine with until I pressed the button and it started moaning and groaning and waving around. So again, I began at the right level with him. You can see that he's got choice to leave if he wants to, which is just about paying attention to how comfortable your horse is. And I was making it a really rewarding experience for him to stay with me and explore the zombie. And then we added in some extra fun, which is playing fetch, another one of his favourites. And in no time at all, he was really happy to pass me the moaning, groaning, whining zombie. Now, the aim of all this is not to have a horse who never spooks at anything. That would be lovely, but it's really just not in their nature. Horses are spooky because they're flight animals. So this is me working with my mare India. She's done loads of de-spooking, but this was a brand new object, really spooky, really windy day, blowing in the wind. And you can see that she looks at it and she's a bit wary, but she doesn't just turn tail and run. When she was younger, that used to be her response. She was very highly reactive, and I've done loads of these de-spooking exercises, and you can see now that she's able to stay with me. She's got a choice to leave, but she chooses to stay with me. Even when she's had a little fright, she's able to stay relaxed and confident, and within a very short time we overcome whatever spook it is, whether that's out on the trail or whether it's in the arena. But the more you do, the more confident your horse will become. So this video is a fantastic video of one of our members' horses loading backwards between some scary ghosts. Now this is extra special because she began this training to help her horse overcome a fear of loading. So obviously she's done that brilliantly, and adding in the spooky ghosts and going in backwards is just a whole new level. There's another one of our members with her pony, which she's done some fantastic de-spooking work with. We had a really, really big fear of rustly things and plastic, and you can see that again, all of that de-spooking work has paid off to be able to, carry a giant spider on your back, but be dressed up, be calm and focused in a different environment. And that's really what it's all about. So they've been my top 3 tips. Find the right level of challenge for your horse, give them lots of choice through the process so they are empowered and confident as they face down their fears, and also make it fun and rewarding so that they enjoy the process, they build their connection with you, and they want to keep doing it. So we wish you a very happy and not spooky Halloween.